Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. This is Success with Srini.
Today on the podcast, we are talking about how one thing will set you apart and will help you create the massive amount of success that you are seeking, not only in just one area of your life, but across all areas. Historically, ever since I started this podcast, I have been doing multiple episodes. In fact, multiple podcast episodes where I talked about, in one of the episodes I said you need skills. In another episode I said you need talents. Sometimes I said you need grit. Sometimes I said you need hope. Different podcast episodes highlighting one element. But then there is one thing that brings all these things together, and all these things are needed, by the way, to create that massive success that you are seeking, and that is faith. Faith glues, brings your skills, talents, connections, resources, everything together. And when you have certain goals, right, the faith keeps you going. Faith brings all this. If one element is lacking and one is falling behind, it glues. So whether you lack drive today, you lack creativity, you lack hope, you lack beliefs, you lack commitment, you lack fortitude, whatever you are lacking, faith glues. So faith is an important element. Now, at a higher level, you need faith in yourself, in anything that you're doing, and or everything for that matter that you're doing. So it comes back to the point that if you don't have faith in what you're doing, it's impossible for anybody else to have faith in what you're doing. So faith in your skills, talents, faith in your capabilities, faith in your commitment, all that part has to be in play in order to create massive amount of success. The second thing in this is you got to have faith in people around you. People who work for you, people who work along with you, people who depend on you, people who look up to you. You need to have faith in them. And then the third part here is faith in the higher power. Whatever that higher power you believe in. When I say higher power, in my mind, the higher power is the being in me, something above me that's looking down on me. And this has absolutely nothing to do with any religious beliefs. If you have, perfectly okay. I'm not pointing out one or the other, but this is overall in the higher power, something that's way above us and looking down on us and making us, us accountable and making us do what we do. It's very difficult to explain this, but you get the idea. Now, to simplify this, to put it in simple words, I define higher power as the higher self. The part of me that is above me, that is looking down on me and making me do what I'm doing. That's the higher self. And I'm always accountable to the higher self. Now, if faith is not mastered, then everything else seems as if you're getting to the finish line. You may be crossing the finish line, but then somehow there is some incompleteness, there is some vacuum, there is some void. And at a time when the whole world is challenging itself, everything is challenging itself, faith is something that binds everything together, brings everything inward, and holds it together, acts as a glue. Now, that said, I want to instill some faith in you. And I will instill some faith in you as a part of today's podcast episode by explaining how I instill faith in myself. Because faith is something that's always challenged. So here is what I do. This is my faith sequence. My faith sequence has 4 elements to it. And I start out by saying this to myself. I will be who I am. I'm not going to, define impossible goals for myself. I'm not going to say I'm going to wake up in somebody else's shoes. I've woken up already in my shoes and I'm going to improve myself, obviously. So that's a part of my daily routine. But then I am who I am and I'm enough. Okay. And the second element to this is I'm going to use what I know. Can I learn new things? Can I acquire some new skills, talents? Yes, those are all in play and they will happen as a part of the day and all that as a part of life. But then my biggest calling is that I need to use what I know. I will never find a gap by saying that in order for me to do something, somebody else has that and I need to get that from them. Or somebody has what they have because they have these things. And because I don't have those in me, hence I am not having the success. Doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to use whatever I already have within me to create whatever success I want. Now, I will give what I have. I'm not going to wait for somebody to give me or me getting something before I give. Okay? And as a part of the sequence, I also say, I will love others as I'm being loved. 4 things. Okay? So, simply put, be what you are, use what you know, give what you have, and love as you be loved. Simple. These are the 4 things. This is how I instill faith in myself when I'm challenged. And this is the sequence that I want you to try and see if it makes sense. I use this as an affirmation every day in the morning or whenever I feel like. And I'll tell you, the proceedings of the day, events of the day, they all do not go as per our wish. We are challenged. Sometimes things happen as per our effort and sometimes as per our wish. But sometimes things, they happen on their own and we get the pain and the suffering despite of our best effort. But then when you have an affirmation like this, a sequence like this, it reboots you, it brings you back into the game very, very quickly. I want you to give this a try and see how you apply this. And as a result of you doing this, how your goals become easier and how you get a sense of complete fulfillment as a result of you attaining your goals. That's my message for today on this podcast. Wherever you are, be safe, and you're watching this on YouTube, please like and share this video. If you're listening to this on a podcasting app, then there should be a place for you to write a comment and leave me a review and rate the podcast and all the good stuff. That's all for now. Wherever you are, be safe, and I will be in touch with you as early as tomorrow morning. Stay tuned.